Strap on your motion controllers extra tight, put on a sweatband, and drink lots of water. You're about to scrap. Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to review one of my favorite VR games. This is one of my top 10 favorite VR games of all time. Thrill of the Fight VR. The best sports game in VR, bar none. It's not only the best boxing game, it's the best sports game in VR. It's head and shoulders above the competition. This is my go-to workout for VR. And yes, there's a good reason why I have less than 8 hours in this game, even though it's my favorite sports game in VR. And that's because each time I play this game, I'm literally drenched in sweat from head to toe, and then need at least a day or two to recover after a 15-minute fight. I can barely last 4 rounds, you guys. Anyways, let's talk about Thrill of the Fight VR. This game released back in July 1st, 2016, and it's had very active development by Sealost Interactive LLC. It normally retails for $10, so it's very cheaply priced. And it's just one game that's been continually worked on, and it's almost perfect. If I have to rate it today, I give it a 9 out of 10, and if you know me, that's one of the highest scores I've ever given for any VR game, and this is well deserved. About the only criticism I have of this game is that I wish it had a story mode, and this is not really a criticism, but it's room scale, so you do need a pretty big room to play this game properly. You know, you need to be able to step forward, step side to side, and I wish there was a way that you could use locomotion in this game, a way to move around the ring, even within small play space. But, you know, I like the game as it is. It's a lot of fun, and story mode, you know, it really doesn't need it. And I love this game. Like I said, it's my favorite workout in VR. I like it because it's fun and it's quick. So with other VR games, I have to like play 30 minutes, maybe an hour to get a nice sweat going. Not with this game. With this game, 10-15 minutes, I'm drenched in sweat, and I need a day of recovery after that as well. It's just a blast to play as well. So there's different opponents, and they really do have different strengths and weaknesses as you go along. Obviously, they get harder as you go along in this game. And there's stuff that you need to look for. Right now, I'm struggling with this fighter that you're seeing. Vega, I believe is his name. And he's just very tough. He blocks a lot. He can take a beating. And he's just very smart. He finds my weaknesses. And you just have to always be focused. One misstep, one wrong move, and he can knock you out in a flash before you even know it. And I lost this fight just because twice during the bout, I lost concentration, and I let him knock me out twice, and that's all it took for me to lose this match, because otherwise, I was winning. It was just some few moments of recklessness, carelessness, and that was all it took. So, yeah, you do have to be very tactical. You have to be focused throughout, and it's hard to stay focused when you're so tired. You know, when you're getting knocked out here, there's a little effect where you're seeing double, but I'm actually seeing double by the fourth round because I am gassed, and you just have to stay focused, and it's really good training. I feel like I could step into the boxing ring after having played Thrill of the Fight and be able to scrap. Now, would I be able to take a punch or not? Who knows, but I feel confident that at least I have some knowledge of what I would need to do if I actually stepped into the ring. It's just a blast to play. You do get adrenaline rush. And it's kind of like if you got into Punch-Out, except instead of arcade, this is pretty realistic. Now, obviously, I'm not a boxer, I'm a lawyer, so I can't really say how realistic boxing this is, but it feels realistic, and it's a blast to play, and it really is nice seeing the tendencies of the enemies of your opponents. And also, they see your weaknesses after a while. So you got to be careful. You got to change it up. You got to stay nimble. You got to stay the right distance. So one thing I learned from this game is you really do need a nice room scale, because you do need to be able to step forward, step back, and know the proper distance to stay away from your opponent. You get too close, you leave yourself vulnerable. You get too far, you won't be able to punch. So you got to really be able to move in, move out, move side to side, dodge, and find those weaknesses of your opponent. There's also a training dummy, so you could practice, weak spots of opponents with a training dummy. There's also like a body bag, speed bag, all that kind of stuff. And there's several options in the settings for making the game to your liking. So there's even a setting where you can make your punches automatically tailored to your speed. So that lets you punch comfortably. And like I said, that's on by default. However, I think I prefer it off because I like to punch as hard and as fast as possible. In this video, I was experimenting with it on, but I was still punching way too fast and way too hard because I'm looking to get a good workout and I just have fun that way. But it's up to you. And this game just has lots of nice little functions. It keeps track of your punches. It tells you how many were blocked. It tells you what the scoring for each round was. So there's a lot of nice little features for this game to help you improve. So you can even go easy mode to learn some of the tendencies of your opponent in a setting that's just much easier on you. So with the easy mode, they throw less punches and their punches are easier to see. That way you can dodge, counter punch, and you can feint, and you can see some of the openings you might have with certain tendencies your opponent has. And then you go normal mode and try it out. And you'll find usually that, yeah, you know what? I can do this. With Vega, the first time I went to the ring with him, I got knocked out in the first round. 3 times TKO, it's over. And slowly, as I've spent more time in the ring against him, now I usually go all the 4 rounds. And each fight, I'm just getting that much closer to defeating him. And that's been the story also with the last fighter. The first few fighters were easier, but once you get past those, then you really have to learn to fight, and then you learn, yeah, this is a thinking man's game. It's not just throw wild punches, throw them as fast as possible. You really have to be a smart tactical fighter, and you really get a rush from playing this game, and you do feel like you're learning real boxing skills that are translatable to the boxing ring. Anyways, like I mentioned, this is one of my favorite games in VR. It's in my top 10 list. I highly recommend it. In my opinion, this is a must-buy. If you have VR, you must buy this game. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you liked my review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Step back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ladies and gentlemen, going to the scorecards, the judges have determined by unanimous decision, your winner is the blue corner.